Good Monday morning, Storm Track 12 meteorologist Lesto with you here, back on the YouTube channel here. Had a little technical difficulties. Unfortunately, last week with the hurricane coming, didn't have time to do it. We're back up and running here now. I'll continue to give you updated vlogs here as we go on through the rest of this summer. All right, speaking of last week, we had Hurricane Arthur make a visit. For the most part, not that big of a deal for us here in Eastern Carolina. The pattern that we had last week leading up to it repeats this week. Now, again, we're not going to be having Arthur at the end of it, but still, we start off comfortably warm for the first part of the week, get its hottest during the middle of the week, and then showers and storms for the end of the week, just like we had with Arthur with a front moving through. As I mentioned, the heat does return for us here over the next couple days. By the time we hit Wednesday, when you factor in the heat and humidity, actual temperatures right around 100, feeling like the low 100s across the area here, with the heat and humidity breaking, though, as we see that front stalled out across the area. Showers and storms a little bit more numerous each day, and I think if you want to look at one day that'll have the greatest chance of rainfall, that looks like it's going to be Friday for us here with that front into the neighborhood, and then if all goes well, we should clear out as we head on in through next weekend. For your day today, though, hot and humid temperatures, seasonal levels, upper 80s to near 90 degrees, lots of sunshine around, some high level clouds, especially as you get closer towards the coast. We'll talk about the reason why in a minute. Could be a little bit of patchy ground fog overnight tonight, warm and muggy with temperatures into the 70s. And then through the day tomorrow, with those gusty southwesterly winds, boost our temperatures into the mid-90s across the area here, maybe even some upper 90s, not completely out of the question. Upper 80s at the beaches, feeling, again, inland spots like upper 90s closer to 100. In fact, that's what we need to prepare for over the next couple of days, what it's going to be feeling like. Now, you'll notice today, feels like close to the actual temperature. Dew points are still only in the 60s and near 70 today, so we don't have that oppressive feel to the air. Warm and muggy overnight tonight, and then for tomorrow, actual temperatures in the mid-90s, only a couple degrees warmer. That is what it's going to be feeling like to your body. But it's Wednesday that we really do have to prepare for the chance of that warm and mugginess for us here. All right, we talked about Arthur and the front that swept Arthur off the coast. If you remember, we had Arthur escape during the day on early morning hours on Friday. And then later in the day on Friday, the front itself came on through. Well, that's kind of what we're going to be seeing with this pattern here as we go through this week. A wave of low pressure developing along that front, making its way up the Gulf Stream waters today. But we are looking at that high pressure sliding in over us the next couple days. Front that was responsible for some severe weather across the northern plains the last couple days is eventually by Thursday and Friday going to get into our neighborhood with showers and thunderstorms more numerous each day. And a lot of that has to do not necessarily with the front, but what's going on at the upper levels of the atmosphere. And for that, let's talk about the jet stream level here. That's that ribbon of air up in the upper levels of the atmosphere. High pressure, the Bermuda high centered out here, and another one out over the Colorado Rockies. But in between, you've got this little weakness here. This trough is going to be a pretty prominent feature for us here as we go on through this week. That is going to help drive this cold front eventually through the area here. And you'll notice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we've got this weak troughiness remaining in the eastern U.S. here. And as a result, we continue to keep the chance of showers and storms in here for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday as this feature kind of just hangs around. Problem is, though, it doesn't let the Bermuda high flex back this way all that much, or this high flex that way. So it kind of continues with that weakness in between here. All I got to say is a good thing we're not tracking anything out of the tropics, because that would be a sign of trouble here. But again, we'll talk about that in a minute. Nothing really to track there. As we go even into Friday, we still continue to see that trough in place, and see how the temperatures respond accordingly. We'll warm things up each day compared to the previous one. Near 90 today, mid-90s tomorrow, upper 90s possible in here on Wednesday. And again, when you factor in the humidity levels, it's going to feel like closer to 100 or better. And then we'll slowly back those temperatures down as we head in through Thursday and Friday, with showers and thunderstorms more numerous, especially in here as we head on through the day on Friday. Saturday, still the chance is going to be there, but we'll kind of go back into the repeat pattern here for us, again with slightly cooler weather on the weekend, and then warming things back up as we go into the middle of next week. So let's track it out here for you with future track. Again, we've got that wave of low pressure moving off the coast. Some high mid-level clouds are possible. Could there be a spotty shower sprinkle? Yeah, it's possible, but I doubt it would happen. And as we head overnight tonight, partly cloudy skies at worst for us here in the east. As we do progress on in through tomorrow, good deal of sunshine, maybe an isolated shower storm tomorrow or Wednesday. But again, I got a feeling those are going to be few and far between. Better chance, though, Thursday compared to Wednesday, and then Friday compared to Thursday, as that front does work its way on into the area. All right, let's track the tropics here for you. As I mentioned, nothing really to worry about. In fact, you'll notice the Atlantic Ocean void of even any clusters of thunderstorms, let alone any organized storm. And even flying into the Gulf of Mexico area, one we normally look for this time of year, we've got the front coming down the coast across Florida into the Gulf of Mexico. But again, not anticipating any development out of that. Probably at least for the next 2 to 3 weeks will be relatively quiet in the tropics. So we'll repeat the pattern this week like we had last week. Each day a little bit warmer than the next until Wednesday. That's going to be the warmest day of the week. And then each day going through Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, better chance of showers and storms in here for us. So it does look like we'll remain on the hot side. Have yourself a good Monday. I'll talk to you later. I'm Storm Track 12 meteorologist Les Still.